Alright guys, welcome back to the K&J podcast. We are back with a vengeance together. If you haven't checked out the last two episodes, it was me alone, and he did his solo one, and now we're together. On this episode of the K&J podcast, we're going to discuss bet and
and lit and bad kids
and stupidity and why we think, or just our opinion on what should be famous and should be like infamous.
Yeah.
So I'm Kaptionz.
I'm Justin.
Let's get into this. Where do we start?
Well, let's start with the story, what happened at Supercuts, actually, because that kind of is what got our conversation going with
true.
all this.
So, we're going to Supercuts to get this haircut, obviously, because I'm bald and gorgeous. And I'll unlock my potential. I have.
Oh, so I'm not gorgeous, though?
Comment in the section below. And tell him he's gorgeous or something.
It'll help my self-esteem.
I'm not doing it. But anyway, I tell him to go to a black barber, something gang. A place where he can get a nice fade and everything, and they're going to hook him up. But we chose to go to, he chose to go to Supercuts.
Yeah.
So we're there, get his haircut, he's getting ready to pay, and this uneducated, I have to say uneducated.
He's not uneducated. He was young. It's a young kid.
How old was he?
He was 12. So that's still young.
This neophyte of a human being had his pants past his ass, and his cousin, aunt, mom,
Cousin, mom, aunt. I don't know. He might be from Alabama or something.
Was like, pull your pants up, and he was like, no, this is how we wear it and all this other stuff. And then they were going back and forth, and he said something that just struck me, and I had to say something to him. He was like, bang.
Bro, he stole your catchphrase.
It's not my catchphrase.
Yeah, your catchphrase is more like gang.
Yeah. If you would have said that, it
oh yeah, I've been over with.
You done. But he was just like, bang. And I was like, oh my god. I've used that before, and I just felt my IQ drop because I associated something with him. So then it got us thinking. We're talking in the car about just like trendy words, like ad-libs and everything that's that the kids these days, the millennials, us.
Yeah, us.
We people use bet, lit,
finna turn up with no chill.
Finna turn up with no chill. Or the dab, all these things that are just like a standout, or like how Trump's like little, whatever. You know how he does that? He pinches the air, and that's like his thing.
Yeah.
Just pisses people off.
Yeah.
How these little things just make people famous. And then we went deeper into like the what is the Catch Me Outside?
Bad Barbie. I think she is like, she made a whole career out of being on Dr. Phil for being a bad kid, which it's like, how are you going to reward this kid, fame by acting like a fucking idiot? Like,
yeah.
It's so weird, like how certain people become famous by doing like crappy things that you shouldn't do as a human being. It should be basic, like, hey, this is a line, don't cross it. Oh, you crossed it? Well, we're going to reward you now. Like, what does that teach other kids, honestly?
Yeah, it's to the point where it's like, when I was growing up, I saw, I didn't really have an idol to look at, honestly. I didn't just like imprint on someone.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I want to be that person. Well, honestly, okay, I'm going to take that all back. The first UFC fight I saw was George St. Pierre versus Koscheck. And I was blown away that a man could look like that, be in that physical shape, and could dominate someone like that.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, they said like, welterweight's 170 pounds. I didn't know anything about weight cutting or anything, so I was like, I'm like maybe 70 pounds at the time. And I was like, I have to be 170 pounds. Did not work out, did not do anything like that, so I just ate. But the reason why I'm sharing this story with you guys is, you man, that George St. Pierre was famous because he believed in a martial arts background of just carrying himself, kicking ass, and a trait that took years to perfect you got kids these days that are just like this. You know that long neck guy?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Just idiots. Just like the long neck. Like have long neck. I can rap. Or
it's so dumb. Like whenever I see that stuff on YouTube, I'm like, why are you famous? Because people are making fun of your birth defect. Like, and I understand. There's ways to find humor in it. I kind of understand that point, but at the same time, like, you're famous for first off like doing dumb shit. Like they're like head bashing watermelons and like pouring milk and like syrup. I'm like, how is this funny? And how is this making this person like really famous?
And this is the question I want to ask you guys. All our 8 subscribers, thank you for sticking by us.
They've been watching, bro.
Yeah, why do the populace reward stupidity?
Yeah.
Like, why do we give them money? Like, we give them our views, we look at that ad revenue and all that, and they get paid to do, like, just
obscure shit,
radical shit that has no effect in history. Like, it has no mark that it's going to leave. It's just going to make me lose a little brain cells. And it might influence, like, a 6-year-old to try to be like, oh, okay, I have to, how about that, and act like that and be ghetto just to get recognition and be famous and be popular in school. It's just very hurtful.
Yeah.
But then, I gotta play devil's advocate with you.
Okay.
And with myself, when growing up, I watched something that was very stupid.
Jackass.
Yes, you already knew.
I already knew.
Jackass and Viva La Bam, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so attractive to me, and my eyes was locked from minute 0 to the 30-minute or the 1 hour or whatever movie I was watching. Anything that they did, I was just like, this is insane. I don't want to do it. And no, fuck that.
We did it.
Yeah, we did
Bro,
it.
we all did the shopping cart thing.
Exactly. So, did it start with that?
So, with that, because you were talking about, like, pretty much these people doing stupid things, like, it have no value. But because I'm thinking, like, that's kind of how, like, the circus started. Like, it was this huge, obscure thing of people, like, doing weird things. Not really stupid, but, like, these strange things. And it just caught people's attention because they were curious. They were living vicariously through them. They were living, like, these weird, exotic things through these people. So I think that's what it is. Like, oh, man, I beat that girl. That's why they get more influence. Because they want to see what's going to happen.
I get it.
It's like a car crash. Like, you're like, oh, man, I hope someone's okay. But you also turn back, like, I want to see a dead body.
Never did that.
Okay, that's just me.
Because I was a paramedic. What, EMT?
Oh, my God.
What happened?
My car just stopped.
Your car just stopped?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Alright, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was all on me. My card got full, but now we're back to what we were talking about. I think we left off on pretty much the reason why we look at this stuff is because we're so curious, we're so invested to see what happens. And,
Well, no, I think you made a great point. You said that living through them.
Mm-hmm.
So, from, like, watching... We can go back from watching basketball, football, just any entertainment, sports, or acting in general. The reason why one of the reasons why I watch it, I'm like, wow, I wouldn't say I could never be that type of athlete. I've just never dedicated myself like that. But it's so cool that I can see something or live through. I'm like, man, I wish I could punch like that or kick like that. I want to do that. I don't want to be stupid. And like Jackass is a little different. Because I was trying to do devil's advocate, but I can understand, like, just doing crazy things like that, getting that boost of euphoria and all that.
Yeah.
There's no way I can rest easy at night and be like, and the world's viewing me as like, how about that? And just the Ebonics and just getting famous on just
being ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the thing with Jackass too is like, they're knowingly doing this. Like, it's not because like these people, like, they're just honestly just stupid. I think I'm not sure if they're doing it on purpose just to get, actually, you know what, I take that all back. Yeah, they're doing it on purpose just to get some type of attention, some type of fame, some type of reward out of this type of behavior. So it's kind of hard to distinguish the two, at least for me. Like, oh, Jackass is different from this, because it is them knowingly doing dumb things to get some type of reaction. So I mean,
it's a weird.
It's a weird.
You just gotta decide.
Yeah, I think it's a person by person type deal because you know. Yeah, because I look at YouTube videos where like they like break into like an abandoned building and like stay overnight, and it's stupid because it's legal.
Illegal, right?
Yeah, illegal. Illegal.
Okay.
Not like me. I'm legal, damn it. Don't check my ID. Anyway, but like I look at that stuff because I'm just like, dude, like I've curiously in the back of my mind, I'm just like, that would be so cool to do. But then the other side of me is like, yeah, don't do that. Just let them do it and see what happens. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I guess it is opinionated, which is everything, but
Yeah.
fuck, dude. It really just makes me cringe when you see people that, like, we reward their stupidity.
Yeah, and it's
Like, you would not let your child hang out with someone like that, or you would not hang out with someone like that.
I wouldn't, cause it's kind of say I wouldn't allow my child to do that stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, a person's gonna do whatever the hell they want. Whether you ground them, whether you spank them, which we need to bring back spankings. I'm sorry, like Jesus, you can't touch your kid without, you know. That's a whole different thing, but yeah, like, but I was gonna bring up earlier about, you know, rewarding people for doing dumb things. 16 and pregnant. That was a huge deal. People were getting pregnant just to be on that show.
I'm sure, yeah, because
like a huge statistic like showed that there was an increase during that time frame of teen pregnancies because they were trying to get on that show, and like we're rewarding these dumb people. Like that made, you know, of course, you know, things happen. Like I'm sure maybe the first generation of these people, you know, like it just happened. They weren't trying to do it on purpose, and they were like, hey, let's record these people, see their lives. But then because that got so glamorized, everyone else was like, oh, they got famous that way. Let me get famous that way.
Jesus Christ.
Like it's terrible what people will do for fame. Like with us, like we do weird stuff. Like we'll maybe every now and then do like a clickbaity title or like clickbaity, you know, thumbnail. But other than that, like we try staying like genuine, like trying to make it to where it's either giving some type of value or it's giving some type of revoking an emotion, like whether it's, you know, something like that.
I think it goes down, or what it boils down to, do you want fans that respect you, which that's what I want, or do you want fans that laugh at you?
Yeah.
In a negative or in just a way that's not, I don't know, it's just...
It's weird, because this platform is so weird, like how it works. Like, you know, I feel like we've put it out fairly decent content, you know, over these episodes.
It's getting decent.
It's getting decent.
We're getting
you know,
comfortable, so.
We're getting comfortable. We're learning through trial and error, and you know, it's weird. Like we'll do this type of stuff, but then one kid will, damn Daniel, look at those Vans, and just instant fame, and I'm like,
look at all those chickens.
Like the amount of work we put into this, you know, actually like getting the equipment, setting it up, doing like conversation like this, it takes a lot. Like we're comfortable talking to each other, so it's a little bit easier, but you know there's some work being put in.
My alarm's about to go off to eat. Sorry guys, you hear it. I don't think we'll see.
Oh wait, you know what, my alarm, like, because I was supposed to wake up, but I decided to wake up early to shoot this podcast with you, so let me turn that off like a responsible adult.
Oh man.
But yeah, at the end of the day, just don't be dumb. That's really it. Like, that's the biggest...
See, there it is.
Yeah, there's this thing. Time to eat, bro.
Yeah. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna go eat. You can wrap it up, please.
Alright, please make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon below to be updated on when we make an upload. As always, this is Kaptionz. I'm Justin. We'll see y'all in the next one.
And don't be dumb.
Peace.